everyone, it's Shel C from PaperOcotilloStudio, and today I'm sharing with you my Tag It Tuesday Triptych tag book. And the Tag It Tuesday is a Facebook group that is run by Sherry Whitfield, and she offers a challenge each month. Well, actually two challenges. One of them is a tag and the other one is a altered playing card, or ATC. She has 4 prompts and you're required to use 2 of the prompts out of the 4. So usually I use all 4 prompts because that's not a problem for me, but today I just decided to use 2 of the prompts. The one I was mostly interested in was using something random from your desk, and I have this box of stuff on my desk that has a ton of little tags in it that have paint on them, because when I was gel printing or when I test out something or try something, a new product, I often do it on tags because I have this box of manila tags that had started out with 1,000 tags in it. So I went through my box, I picked out some bits and bobs and things and stuff and just whatever, and I decided to make a collage triptych. So I've got 3 tags that are coordinated in color together, and they're kind of there's a kind of a saffron yellow and some green gold and a little bit of teal, maybe a little bit of dark brown on one side, and then the other side is a little bit lighter. And so I'm just picking out things that I have in this box that I just keep random scraps. Some of these things are things that I've made. Some of these things were in Happy Mail. Some of them are scraps from things that are just left over, and when I have a little piece I just throw it in this plastic box next to my desk. Well, it's kind of on my desk to the side though. That's a piece of an envelope, but just, little things. I'm going for color coordination and then kind of like, I don't know, not really a theme per se, but it's really more about color and shape and composition than it is about a theme. So I'm auditioning things, thinking about things I might put on there, and I end up picking the things that I want for this side. And then I flip them over and start to tape them together. And I know that I'm going to want to fold it in an accordion sort of a way, so I want there to be enough space in between the tags. I don't want to tape them so close together that they can't bend at that joint very well. So I'm leaving a little gap as I tape them together, and I'm just using masking tape because it's the color, it's basically the same color as manila. You could use washi tape, and I did set together some other sets of 3 that are coordinating tags that I'll probably make some more of these with. And I'll probably use washi tape on those because they had more bright colors. But these had so much manila on them, that color, that I thought masking tape was fine. Just inexpensive masking tape that I use for a variety of projects. I did put one of them on backwards, and I figured it out after I'd already taped them all together, and then I had to take it apart and retape it, but it really wasn't that big of a deal. I flipped over one tag. It's not matching the other 2, as you can see there, and I'm still here, sitting here taping it down, not looking. I've been very tired after my trip, and I've also been very not motivated to do any type of art. I've lost my mojo. I just want to read and relax, and I'm just, yeah, I need to get it together. So this week I'm going to be getting it together. And this is my first attempt, and I thought that using up some scraps from my desk would be a perfect way to just play and get into the joy of doing something like this, instead of worrying about, oh, my channels, the numbers are going down and I haven't been making videos and it's so terrible. If you get into that tailspin, then things just get worse. So I'm going to get it together. I'm going to get back on schedule with the video every other day for the rest of this month and the rest of this, whenever. And this will just have been a light month because I was traveling, and I prepared videos before I left. So it was the big push to get everything done, and then the traveling and running around trying to see everything, and then coming back in these long flights. And I'm exhausted. I'm just tired, so I've just wanted to chill. And I haven't really got much of anything done at all. I unpacked, stuff like that. But so I started with the back side. I mean, there's not really a front and back on this because both sides are decorated, but they're kind of different because one of them has the more intense colors and the other one has the more pale colors on the other side. But they're both just compositions of collage using things that were in that box. I didn't get out anything new. I didn't search for anything. I didn't make it too difficult. I just tried to use the things that I had available at my fingertips, including the colors and paints that I used were even at my fingertips. I didn't go looking for anything. So I'm using, on the other side, I used a fluid matte medium to begin with because the dictionary paper that I put on was very, very thin and very fragile. Excuse me. So I did need to use my fluid medium for that. And then for this side, I have that leaf thing that it was actually a business card. And this piece of paper I'm gluing on right now is mixed media paper. The little foxy looking guy was in Happy Mail. That guy is cardstock. So I needed some heavier glue for this side to glue on the elements. I knew they were going to need more stickiness and less water, less fluid. So I'm using the Liquitex gel matte medium. Some of these are from a coloring book page that a friend sent me that has a lot of little illustrations. There's a punched out feather, die cut flower, just pieces of things that were in the box. The drawing there of the girl with her hands crossed is just a sketch I made a long time ago, and it was laying on the desk at some point a couple years ago, so I just threw it in the box. It's been in there. This sketch of the girl is from Happy Mail, and I no longer recall who it was from, but it's on French text. The paper is in French, and then it's a redheaded girl, and I can tell it's Stabilo all pencil, so I'm carefully sealing it, kind of just pat the matte medium over the top of the face so that I don't smear it, because that really had potential for smearing all over the place. This little square that I cut out that has the saying on it is from some Canvas Corp brands, probably Seven Gypsies brand paper, and it says, "I'd rather wear flowers in my hair than diamonds on my neck," or something like that. Then some of these other little pieces from that same coloring book page is a Dia de los Muertos coloring page that my friend had sent me from Australia, and I've just been using little pieces of it here and there as I go along. It had some drawings of little gemstones, and I thought that would be perfect, and it had these flowers, and then of course the Sacred Heart. So I glued all those down using that same matte gel medium, and the one edge of the mixed media paper drawing keeps wanting to peel up when I fold it, but I want to make sure that fold is really strong and that will fold over and everything will stay stuck down. And of course, because I'm impatient, I keep messing with it, and then it wants to fold less and less and less. It wants to, I should have let it dry completely and then came back to it, but I wasn't going to do that. No way, no how. So once everything is glued down and dry, then I start coming in with some detailing and coloring. And I start out with the Stabilo all pencil because this little drawing was done in Stabilo all pencil. And so that's a highly water reactive pencil that comes in a few different colors. This one is the black, obviously. So I'm activating it with a water brush, which is this is a Pentel Aqua brush, water brush, the one that I've kind of keep for using in acrylics and things because it's a little bit beat up and I'm not so worried about ruining it with acrylic. I've already cleaned it out once of acrylic before, so I'm using the the Stabilo pencil, I'm continuing to use it to kind of blend in all these little different pieces that I've glued on there by coloring the white space and then adding shadows around the edges. And that kind of helps it blend in to the background and not look so pasted on. I decided that I want to brighten up the skin on this girl, this drawing of a girl, just to kind of tone down the script in her face. And also I got it a little bit smeared with putting on the matte medium. I mean, it was inevitable. That pencil is so water reactive that it's gonna, you put anything liquid on it, it's gonna smear. So I mixed together some Titan Buff and Portrait Pink paints from Liquitex, and then, you know, the water in the water brush, and brightened up her skin tone and toned down the text. Then I'm using scribble sticks because they were on my desk, and using some of the ruby red scribble stick to brighten up the red hair a little bit. It looked like it probably was done in watercolor originally, so it was a little bit faded, and I wanted to make it a little bit more bright. So continuing to you know, add layers on the skin tone, add layers on the, you know, whatever, the hair. I added some color to the eyes and the eyelids, and blending all that with my water brush. Getting everything dry with my new heat tool. My old heat tool kicked the bucket, so I had to get to order a new one from Amazon. Of course, speaking of Amazon, all of the products I used on this project will be listed with links to Amazon in the description box below in case you would like to find them. And if you use those links, that will help me out by giving me a few cents in affiliate money from Amazon. That's how that works. It's not much, but it's a little something that I can buy more art supplies with so that I can make more videos. So I'm coloring in the heart and the flames, adding a little bit more dark. I felt like it was not very balanced because there was a lot of dark on the right side and not so much on the left. So I added some more shadowing and darkness with the Stabilo All Pencil on the left-hand side. Did I say right-hand side before? I get my left and right mixed up. Does anyone else? Is it just me, or is it everyone that does that? I don't know. Anyway, the left-hand side needed more black to give it some weight, so I added some more of the pencil, is what all I was trying to say. And adding color with the scribble sticks. It's a Dina Wakley water-soluble crayon product. Still like my Neo colors better. They come in a lot more colors, and they're not as waxy, I guess, or not as, I don't know, not as firm. They have better water solubleness, in my opinion. But these were on the desk, and I wasn't going to look for anything. I wasn't going to make it difficult or make a big plan. I'm just having a playtime to try to get my mojo back, get me moving in the right direction to start making videos again. So I went around the edge with my Memento black ink pad to just kind of finish everything off. And the other prompt that I was using off of the challenge this month was to put glitter on. So since I had the flowers and the little gems, then I put some glitter glue diamonds on her neck and ears to go with the little saying. I had these scraps of, this is Sorry ribbon, I think. No, that might actually be, what's that stuff called? Binding ribbon that I sprayed with Tattered Angels mists or something to color it. Left over from another project. It was in the bottom of that little plastic box. I also had this piece of baker's twine that was tied around something that someone sent me that was in the box. And I also had a little piece of kind of a rusty orange colored fiber that I tied on there as well. And I'm just putting the fibers in the center tag and not all three tags. And then when the book is folded shut, it's still, you still see it. You know, it sticks out from the top and looks like a tag. And then it folds open into a little triptych that you can flip over. So that's kind of how this whole little triptych book works. So now I'm adding color to the other side and putting some of that portrait pink and buff titanium mixture on the skin of my drawing. This is a pencil drawing, so I'm going to have to go back over it with something darker. Coloring in the sunshine. I thought this was really cute. Little sunshine for summer. That's from that coloring book page. And I'm pretty sure the coloring book is available on Amazon, so I will look for the link to that because it's really cute. It's got all these inspired by kind of Latin culture drawings. There's sugar skulls and cactus and donkeys and you know, all that type of stuff. So it's a pretty cool coloring book if you're into adult coloring books. So I'm continuing to add color with my scribble sticks and my water brush, just that. I want to make the girl's shirt kind of a teal turquoise color because I have that in the background, and then I want her hair to be oranges and yellows and coppery browns, those type of colors, because that's what's in the background. This piece over on the right was some type of a die cut whole sheet that I had sent to me for a project one time when we were doing a you know, one of those things where you collaborate by sending someone a package and then they use that in a project and make a video of it. I think it came from Shannon Green actually, and I had a little piece of it left. It's really pretty cool. And then the little square that says "Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful" is from a Seven Gypsies paper, that same one that I used a piece from on the back too. And the cactus is from the coloring page. The fox is from Happy Mail that someone sent me. So I'm now blending some of that acrylic in with some of the fuchsia colored crayon, and there's a couple different ways you can use water soluble crayons. You can scribble them right onto your paper and blend them, or not blend them if you just want them to look like color crayons, or you can scribble them onto something else and then pick up the color with a brush, and that's what I'm doing with this pink to kind of brighten up her skin tone a little bit. I'm overworking it a little bit with too much water, so I use my heat tool to kind of calm it all down and dry it out, and then I give it a little bit of break because that mixed media paper from, oh, I don't know who makes it. It's the one you get from Walmart. I have a problem with that paper pilling if I put too much water on it. So I always laugh when they say it's mixed media paper, because mixed media, you're just adding so much stuff that, you know, you're putting layer on top of layer on top of layer. That paper doesn't really stand up to it. So they've misnamed it. 140-pound watercolor paper is a lot better for mixed media than this, quote, mixed media paper. Although that's just one brand. I know other brands make mixed media paper as well that might be better. Adding some more black Stabilo around the cactus and blending it out to give a shadow and to get some cohesion going with things that are pasted on versus things that are not. You know how that goes. We've talked about that lots and lots of times. And then, of course, I'm going to use this Stabilo all pencil on my girl. Once I've got all the colors in, I'm going to darken up the lines with that, because that's the way that the girl on the other side was done. So that kind of brings the two sides together by using that same product on both sides. So I hope you've enjoyed this project. This is just me warming up, getting back into the swing of things, having a little bit of fun in my studio without very much pressure on myself. So if you have enjoyed it, remember to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment or question below so that I know you've watched my video and who you are and what you're doing. And of course, if you haven't subscribed already, we're just moving on to get those 10,000 subscribers. So go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you know that a new video has come out from my channel. And of course, as always, you can share this or pin it to Pinterest, and that always helps my channel as well. So I'm just about done here. I'm just, adding a little bit of highlight with my white Posca pen that I've made a puddle of it on the paper and picking it up with the brush. And then I decide at some point that that's too light, and I end up coming back in with the ruby red into her hair and darkening it back up. Doing the ink around the edges really finishes off the whole piece. I added some copper splatters on this side because it just seemed like that was a good color to put on there for splatters. And I've got my glitter on the other side. So that's it for me in my Triptych tag book for Tag It Tuesday for July. Bye-bye.